When you're naturally curious, every day is school day, but I'll bet you didn't realize just how much there is to learn about the seemingly mundane items we see and use on the daily. From deceptive store displays to the secret messages hidden in fast food, let's take a look at yet another batch of amazing secrets hidden in everyday things. Off target. With almost 2,000 stories across the USA, it's likely that the average American either visits or sees a Target branch pretty much every day. You're likely to recognize the brand's iconic bright red bullseye logo. But have you ever been to a Target and noticed those big red spheres sitting right out front of the store? You might have assumed they're just decorations to add to the overall brand aesthetic. But those gigantic pimples actually serve a very important purpose. They're actually bollards and are there to act as a barrier between cars and the storefront, keeping customers safe in the event a vehicle loses control. While the bollards you're probably familiar with look more like this, Target took the opportunity to make theirs hit the mark when it came to brand recognition. Chick-fil-A. Okay. While your parents might have told you that too much fast food isn't good for you, you can never fill up on too many fast food secrets. While the question of exactly which fast food chain serves the best chicken nuggets is a tough one, it's no secret that Chick-fil-A is up there. But the real secret lies now with Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets, but the box they come in. In November 2018, one genius Twitter user seemingly solved a big Chick-fil-A mystery. According to them, the hole at the back of the humble nugget box exists so you can perch the top atop your drink and have a place to thread your straw through. Now, I'm always the first in line for a fast food hack, but this doesn't seem quite right. And that's because it isn't. The hole in this instance is actually a removable tab, and its purpose is far more than a simple straw hole. There are, in fact, 3 tabs on the backs of the boxes Chick-fil-A used to serve their chicken pieces, but they're not there for straws. According to the company, the 3 punchable tabs are actually there to indicate what's in the box: nuggets, strips, or other. Either way, the straw trick is still pretty cool, and it's safe to say the Chick-fil-A is really Chick-fil-A secrets. A cut above. Kitchen scissors are a deceptively handy tool. While most people just use them for chopping herbs or opening packets, they actually have quite a few lesser-known uses. You might have noticed that one of the more obvious differences between regular scissors and the kitchen variety is the serrated gap often found between the handles of kitchen scissors. But you may not have realized what the actual purpose of those metal teeth actually is. Tight jar lids and bottle tops can be a real menace, especially from my delicate palms, but those serrated edges can act as a grip for any stubborn lids. They can even pop off a bottle cap, though many scissors come with more effective dedicated tools for this purpose built in. But that's not all. The little serrated teeth can also serve as a cracker for nuts and shells, and in some scissor varieties as an herb stripper. They truly are a cut above the rest. Soul searching. While you may walk around wearing Vans sneakers for fashion, they gained popularity in the late 60s as practical, affordable shoes. As skateboarding gained popularity in the 70s, Vans developed their signature design, and thanks to their grippy, durable, weighted soles, they proved ideal for skaters, given that grip tape was only just beginning to be used on boards. But there's pretty red trick you can perform with Vans, no skateboards required. Watch this. That's right. Just like a cat always lands on its feet, a pair of Vans will almost always land on its soles. It doesn't work 100% of the time, but the thick sole's disproportionate weight will often orientate the shoe correctly as it hits the ground. Heck, I had a pair of Vans that lasted me nearly a decade, so it looks like they might have 9 lives too. Abandoned chip? Crispy, crunchy, and oh so addictive potato chips reign supreme in the salty snack world. But some chip consumers may have noticed that every now and again, while digging in their favorite bag, they'll pull out one of these. But what is exactly up with these green chips? Is it mold? And more importantly, are they safe to eat? When potato chips turn out green, it's because they were made from taters that have been exposed to too much light in storage and have become laced with a toxin called solanine. Solanine can cause some pretty nasty side effects when ingested in large amounts, including vomiting, headaches, diarrhea and even paralysis of the central nervous system. But before you swear off chips for life, it's worth nothing that you'd have to consume several pounds of solanine-laced chips to reach a dangerous level of toxicity. So, when you find a green potato chip somewhere in your bag, it's okay. Just know it probably spent a little too long in the sun.
Enjoy watching.
They say you should be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Well, today's video is all about people whose requests were granted, but resulted in some surprising and regrettable consequences. From high-piled pepperoni pizzas and cheesy beasts, to times people followed instructions precisely in the most face-bomb-worthy ways. Join me as we witness people getting served literally what they requested. We all love pizza. In fact, according to a 2019 survey, it's the world's most popular dish. And for good reason. However, great pizza is the sum of its parts, and one's choice of topping can be make or break. And for anyone who suffers from eliophobia, the fear of olives, you might want to look away. When a customer requested, in their own words, a very generous amount of olives, one cook decided to put his olives where his mouth was and served up this. Unbelievably, the customer was said to be very pleased, but if you ask me, this olive overload is truly a nightmare. And I'm afraid the nightmare only continues. Another olive fiend stopped by a pizza truck and was asked whether he wanted, quote, little olives or a lot of olives, to which he evidently chose the latter judging by this photo. God forbid that was actually the smaller serving, meaning the larger one might have looked something like this. Of all the pizza toppings, pepperoni certainly reigns supreme. And don't take it from me, ask the 64% of Americans who prefer its sumptuous, smoky flavor to any other topping. But as the saying goes, too much of a good thing can become bad. That sentiment was seemingly lost on one guy who didn't just request extra pepperoni, as he so eloquently put it, an ungodly amount of pepperoni, and well, that's certainly what he got when he received this cholesterol-popping pizza. Looks pretty ungodly to me. On that note, if you are in the market for something to clog your arteries, then Grant's Pizza House in Michigan has you covered. Behold the Dragon Scale Pizza. This beast is so tightly packed with pepperoni that they have to be neatly staked into a scaly pattern, which you can imagine is quite the grease feast. Interestingly, according to one Redditor, this fierce menu item was the result of many customers regularly requesting as much pepperoni as possible. Well, they asked and Grant's Pizza House certainly listened. Better yet, popular pizza chain Little Caesars have even got in on the salami surge, with what they call the old world Fanceroni pepperoni pizza, featuring at least 100 pepperonis topped on top of one another. They'd be wise to sell this pizza with a side of health insurance and a waiver, if you ask me. Reckon you could defeat any of these pizzas? Hey, let me know down in the comments. While it's hard to believe, not everyone wants their pizza topped with a meat sweat-inducing heap of pepperonis. This next guy simply wanted a half pepperoni, half cheese pizza. However, what he actually asked for was a pepperoni pizza that's half cheese, which, admittedly, is quite an ambiguous way to put it. The result was, much to his surprise, literally what he asked for, a pepperoni pizza, with cheese only on one half. If you listen carefully, you'll hear the cries of cheese friends far and wide. After all, a 2017 study found that the average American consumes 37 pounds of cheese a year. That's roughly the weight of around 12 chihuahuas. In fact, one cheesy fella had such a hankering for the stuff that he requested 6 times the usual amount of cheese on his burger. The result, however, was much less a cheese dream than it was a gross mound of slop that melted in the heat of its container. Word of advice, if the cheese doesn't fit on the burger, then I think it's a sign you may have gone a little overboard. That said, it seems there's a market for these hot cheesy messes. They call them volcano burgers. The idea being that you simply drench the entire thing in melted cheese. And why stop there? You might as well go ahead and lather yourself in it while you're at it. And that, folks, is all for today. Have you ever had any painfully literal request results like these? Let me know down in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe.
What do you think about it? Write your comment.
Catch you in the next one.